For steak, I'm a golden steer guy. I love golden steer.
Okay.
One of my favorite spots in the city. I think it's the history and everything else, but the Caesar salad, the lobster tails, the steaks. I mean, it's amazing.
Is that the one on Sahara?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So golden steer, Herbs and Rye is a classic. That's great. Local classic.
Yeah.
So have you been to Herbs and Rye?
Yeah. I was not thrilled with my Herbs and Rye experience.
No, really.
To be honest. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was not my favorite steak that I've had.
I found the steaks to be a hit or miss, but I think the ambiance and just the feeling of Herbs and Rye is it. A few years ago, I feel like they've kind of lost their touch because a few years ago it was like undisputedly great.
I think it got really hyped.
Yeah,
it got really hyped. So my wife and I do date night every week, and we would always like, oh, it's date night. We always heard good things about Herbs and Rye. Let's look it up. So we go look it up, and then it's booked. And we drive by it. You can't get a seat in there. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, apparently we're just never going to go to this place. So like one time we drove there and went in, and there was no seating, and you had to make a reservation. We're just like, okay, well, let's just set one for like 6 weeks out so that we know we can grab a spot, and then it would be a date night. We'll just go on that night. So like we finally get in. So I think like that was also kind of part of like contributing to my overall review, was that we did all of that and like worked hard to get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then got there, and it was like, oh, this is an okay steak. It was like, but it probably would have been better had I had a different experience going in there, or if my expectations were set a little bit differently or something.
Did you sit at the bar?
It was cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. It was a cheap steak, but it also kind of tasted like a cheap steak to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a $10 steak or nothing, but it's
compare it to, I mean, like other places in Vegas where it's like $90 steak. I mean, I think that was like a $35, $45 ribeye or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You go in there, get a steak, and
cocktails are good.
The cocktails are awesome.
Yeah.
Did you sit at the bar or no?
No.
Next time, sit at the bar. The experience, I think, for Herbs and Rye is just so much different sitting at the bar.
Okay.
I think that's kind of the way to do it.
I do think their cocktails are good.
Yeah, the cocktails are awesome. The way they do their menu and all that, it's awesome.
What about like, what's like the most expensive steak that you've had?
Most expensive.
And did it correlate to also most delicious or no?
I have to think. It might have been golden steer.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Because you get the tomahawk there.
Yeah, you get the tomahawk and all that.
It's a couple $100.
Yeah. I think that was the most expensive.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. No, I love golden steer.
Yeah.
Golden steer. Another one, I mean, not to keep going on Herbs and Rye, but they also own Cleaver, which is more known for their steaks.
Okay.
So if you didn't like the steaks at Herbs and Rye and you want more of a steak forward experience, probably try Cleaver.
Yeah, we went to Cleaver once, but we did not go there for food. We just went for some cocktails because we heard good things about the Herbs and Rye cocktails. Heard that Cleaver was also that, but Herbs and Rye was full, Cleaver wasn't, so we went there for like after dinner cocktails one time.
Yeah, Herbs and Rye is definitely better for the cocktails.
Okay.
And the ambiance. But Cleaver is better for the steaks and more of a restaurant experience.
Got it.